We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it.
Oh, tesleen. Oh, I love them. I hate this area
araeng.
a little bit, but I love the music.
From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Araeng, once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me araeng meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
They built them big, didn't they? That's Kasar Shal, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabath Araeng. Seeing what is left behind, I believe it when they say that it was once one of Novrant's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabath Araeng's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying, most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaru roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mord South. Let's press on, shall we? What a little guy. So this is a Mord. That's a cohort. What beady eyes? Yeah, I'm going beady eyes.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend
Very
or
good,
no,
very good.
all are welcome in Mord's.
Oh, he's so cute.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Araeng. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare.
Many of them rare.
As I told you before, not many visit Araeng by choice, but Mord Souk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master
I love them
Gengen.
so much.
Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals.
The way that he speaks.
And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense.
Oh, how sweet. Oh, how kind. He's trying to
A
buy our
Verber
trust.
gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verber gold? Real Verber gold?
Oh my goodness. The shaking of the camera.
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my good newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny. Over here!
Come and look!
You buy, you buy?
Enough of that! Come, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots!
No pots.
Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Oh boy. Silly, goofy merchants. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose. But no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Browse Ronron's wares. You may move the cat. Oh, it's one of these ones. I'm not a massive fan of these. I call it mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keep you going in the heat. Ooh, that's so nice. That sounds nice. Meat. I'm a vegetarian, so not for me. That's my ever-burning bounty. Made with the best parts of lizard. Cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on a chilly desert nights. Skewers. Oh, no, that does not look appetizing to me. Oh, you'll like those. No, I won't. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hidden under rocks. Spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. That sounds gross. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Worms. No. Everyone's favorite. Plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat. I'm good, thanks. I'll go with the bread. I'll go with the vegetarian option. Unfortunately, I myself am not a meat eater. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? Which to choose? I will have the mush loaf. Ah, very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruit filling. You have the gold. And done. One Vobertite honor buys you 40 loaves of bread. That's so much. I just love how out of it. How confused my warrior of light is. She's so confused. Oh, goodness. Oh. Every last mouthful. I think I'll share the rest. Okay, I think I'll share the rest. Our visitors invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for her great generosity and small appetite. Oh my goodness. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Jen will be pleased that you honored ours. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns. Aye, that's the lot. All right, good work. And quick work too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I'd thought you one to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Oh no, I'm not. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in the middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard, it feels like an age since I last saw you. Hello. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet with Alisaie. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my intention. Wait, I know who you are. Alisaie had told me so much about you. You're a Varenway, right? I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alisaie quite well since she took up guard duties here. Do you want me to take over as Varenway's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. That would be great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of araeng, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Thank you. Thank you. Where is Alisaie? Tell me now. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alisaie arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted? You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alisaie who is unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alisaie give you the full explanation. Ba, ba, ba. Alisaie! Oh my goodness. I still remember being in awe the first time I saw it.
Get back here!
Here she is!
Is that...
Oh, Alisaie! Focus on your landing. Ignore me for now. I love the new outfits in Shadowbringers. They all got like an insane upgrade. Impressive. You almost lost one. You almost lost one.
I had it under control, right up until the moment I didn't. I'll do better next time. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh. I'm good now that I've seen you, Alisaie. No.
We've fought them to a standstill then.
It's been a
exarch
year.
did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then.
Imagine waiting a year. Like, a year to find out what happened.
I'm heartily
Truly.
relieved to hear that it hasn't. Just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back
Don't
and
worry.
reassure them.
I'm keeping in touch.
But we
I'm
still
keeping
haven't
in
found a way
touch.
to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urielge's vision. He may use 10 words where 1 would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm in. You didn't even ask for my help, but I'm already
That great
in.
wall of white is a remnant of the flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared.
Because of Minfilia.
For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought,
Oh man.
there is no going back.
Just knowing what's about to
In
come
that
up.
instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But
Oh,
even
I'm
that is
just.
not the worst of
Oh,
it.
there's another cutscene coming up
The
that I'm like, oh
stronger Sin
damn.
Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them.
We'll do
The
it.
infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. Ugh, there are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alisaie? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something you can help me with. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alisaie. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin hasn't caked in sand. Their names are Pawnee, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Thank you. Nothing at all. Oh, Halric. Oh boy. Halric remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin has hardened into something akin to plaster. Oh, man. Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ronron's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. How sweet, how kind. Gods, I've never seen a moored merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Ah yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The worms, if you please. What are you up to, alisaie? Only the best wrigglers for you. Come again, my friends. Only the best worms for the best girl, alisaie. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
My goodness.
Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance.
It reminds me a lot of the broom, which I think that's the point. I think I just said something a little silly.
It's Halric's favorite fruit.
Oh, sweet baby. I know what comes up, but still I'm like, ugh.
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn.
Oh, man.
Tesleen
Alisaie,
and the
you carry
patients,
such a weight.
they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food.
Oh, I forgot this
In
part.
my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough.
You are always enough, alisaie. Don't talk negatively about yourself, please.
But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Oh, man.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
We've heard. We've heard. We've heard.
But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield.
Oh.
So I swore that I'd
Alisaie.
make up for my absence there by making a difference here.
Oh.
And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Oh, man. There's little details I've, like, forgotten.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
What's the special ingredient?
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
Tesleen, you're so sweet. You hadn't have gone to the trouble. I'll have another bowl then. No. I know what happens. I don't get attached again.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get.
Tesleen, oh. Hello?
I remember when I first came here with my mother.
Weird.
She was showing the early signs.
Oh.
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
I was about to say, I was like, hello?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrant could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath.
Bit of foreshadowing, I guess?
Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
It's a bit of foreshadowing. Oh dear. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Raggy.
They're coming.
Ha ha ha.
Tesleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Oh dear. Oh no, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Oh no.
Any sign of him?
No sign.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and
Oh,
if
I'm
we don't find him
nervous.
soon, you can be sure they will.
Oh, it's so much worse when you know what's gonna happen. It's so much worse. Oh, it's so much worse. Oh, it's so much worse.
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, man. Oh, man. I remember when I did this the first time, Sai, like, gave me a warning.
Is that... Oh no!
Oh. Oh.
Ulrich!
Go, Tesleen.
We have to run!
Oh no. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Oh no.
Tesleen!
Oh,
No!
oh man. This scene is like horrifying. Oh. Man. Oh man. And he's just staring.
We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it.
Oh. Tesleen.
The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain.
Baby. Oh.
Mother, I...
Oh my God. Oh. Oh, this is... Oh. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's... Oh. Hello, Final Fantasy horror movie. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Oh my God, I'm like, oh, I'm uncomfy. I'm so uncomfy. Oh, what to sleep?
No, 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 no!
Oh my God. Oh.
Forgive me, Alice.
Oh, to sleep. Oh, man. Oh. Ugh. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. Alisaie. Poor Alisaie. Oh. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them, to me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow, and I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. Oh, Alisaie. I'm sorry, but I've come to the decision I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you. and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Tesleen's words close to your heart. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the ether. But what if we correct the balance? Even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now, hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light. But how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. Well, that's our speciality. That's all right. Enter the Warrior of Light. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I have gained here to hurt them. Thank you for seeking me out, Vernway. It meant a lot to have you there by my side. I was tempted to set off again the moment we had decided upon a direction. But you have still to visit Alphino, haven't you? And if I know my brother, he'll be on the cusp of discovering something vital to our success. If he hasn't already, I'm content to stay here and consider our options for the time being. But don't keep me waiting for too long, eh?